All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to this Christmas special. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays with the family. Gonna obviously give a few little couple minutes just to let some people join right now. Let's see here. But while we do wait, let's see here. Oh, just get everything set up. So let's see here. So CM, what's up, brother? I hope you're having a great Christmas, man. I hope everything was good for you today with the family, friends, whoever you celebrated with. What's up, guys? Welcome. David Krieger. So CM, you know what's so funny is I was just telling some family, I was like, man, last night I went to bed and I was like, whew, I don't know, it just hit me where I was like, I can't drink any more eggnog. I was dying, bro. I drank so much freaking eggnog in the last 2 days, and I don't really drink a lot of eggnog. That's the crazy thing is, like, this year I was like, I went to Sam's Club and they had the like, it was already like mixed with rum, and I bought like 2 big bottles and I was just drinking it for the last few days. And I don't know, today it hit me where I had it 1 glass and I was like, oh, I can't do it. I was like, I cannot do it. So, oh, so CM said he had a baby a week ago. Congratulations, man. Congratulations on the new addition, brother. That's awesome, dude. That's a Christmas miracle right there, right? That's awesome. So now every year you get to celebrate a birthday right in the little holiday season, right? So you get to celebrate a birthday and, you know, you got Christmas right there coming. So that's awesome, brother. And you got New Year's right behind it. So that's good, man. Congratulations again. So Sam, I come once in a while. You do a good job. Merry Christmas. I appreciate that, Sam. Thank you so much for the joining and everything like that. So now we got everybody in. Let's check out some stuff here. So currently right now for Milady, you know, we have been kind of just going through these swings, right? So just to backtrack, if you guys were not here 2 days ago, I believe it was, yeah, about 2 days ago, we said that we had a big spot coming where we were basically bouncing off the 50-day moving average, and you can see we did get some confirmations as far as a few green candles above this 50-day moving average, and you can see from there on we really went on a nice run, right? Well, obviously since then we did hit our head right here around the looks like right under the 11 mark. We'll say the 1088, right? We tested it 2-3 times and basically got rejected every time, and that kind of started our downward movement. Now, couple key things here. When we did get up here, this red line right here is going to be your 100-day moving average. We did break briefly that 100-day moving average, and you can see we were kind of testing and we were running parallel above the 100-day moving average, but we eventually started getting these candles that were breaking below the 100-day moving average, which really kind of just indicated that we were not ready for another run. And we mapped this out yesterday. Yesterday we had maybe about 3 candles that bounced, literally hitting their head on the 100-day moving average. And I was basically just saying it doesn't look great, right? Not that we're going to be crashing down, but I think we're going to have a little bit more of a downward movement, most likely ahead of us, just because of this confirmation that I was seeing yesterday in the stream. And sure enough, it really did play out. Now, I was mentioning that, you know, we did form this bear flag, and I've left it up there, you know, because a couple things here, but I want to get back on track as far as this downward movement, right? So we got the confirmation that we weren't ready for another breakout. We couldn't break above this 100-day and stay above it and hold it as support. So we broke down, right? Well, key level again, we did come down and we're bouncing again off this. Looks like it's going to be the. So let me backtrack here. The red's going to be your 200-day SMA, right? This orange line right here that we actually went down and bounced off of is going to be our 100-day. I'm sorry. So I had them flip-flopped. They need to change the colors a little bit more because they're just so similar. I always get like, you know, I always think one's the other and the other is the other, and it's just, you know, gets confusing. But so the 200-day SMA right here, we basically could not break it. Saw the downward movement. We bounced down towards this 100-day moving average, and we did get confirmation. We bounced off of it a few times, and we started making our way back up, right? But look what we met back up with. The 200-day again, the SMA moving average, and we could not break it again, which sent us back down. Now, we are at a pivotal spot right here. So you can see right here, this is just the 20-day moving average, but it looks like we're hitting our head on the 20-day, but we're in between the 20 and the 100-day, right? So we're kind of sitting here and we're chopping around right now. Obviously, I think the volume, we'll check it out right here. Volume has gone down tremendously. Remember yesterday we were at like $12 million. The volume for today, and it's to be expected, is down 50% for Milady. Now, if you look at the whole crypto market, the volume is up almost 17% today. So what's that telling me? A couple key probably altcoins right now are dominating the whole crypto market pretty much. And you guys know which one really is dominating right now, and it's Solana. Solana is dominating the altcoins right now. It's just, there's no other way to look at it. Bitcoin dominance sitting exactly where it was at yesterday at 50.6%. So that money, that the volume is, I mean, yeah, sure, a lot of it is coming in for Bitcoin, but not this increase of 17% from yesterday to today. A lot of that volume is probably coming into a couple key players, and most likely it's going to be Solana. So what I'm getting to is today we had a very low volume day. We went back to the low volume, which is perfectly fine, but you're going to see whenever there's low volume, and especially when we're not on this crazy upward momentum kind of track, you're going to see the price start kind of teeter-tottering towards the downside. Again, like I said, we have a couple key levels right here. The 20 is going to be this yellow line right here that we keep bouncing off of, that we cannot break above. Remember, confirmation to me is like maybe 3 to 4 solid candles above a moving average. That's what tells me that we basically have found some support on that moving average. The fact that we keep forming, which is 1, 2, 3, we could say these two as well, 4, 5, 6, and now 7 candles below the 20-day tells me that we're not going to be crashing down particularly, because remember, this 100-day is basically has become support for right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to stay in between these two lines, these two moving averages, which is going to be pretty much us going back and forth from the 90 mark, bouncing down towards the 8.6, 8.7. Now, we haven't even really gone down and retested this 100 days, so we're kind of sitting parallel to this 20 days. So right now, I think for tonight, unless something crazy happens with the whole crypto market, I think it's going to be one of those nights where it's a holiday night. It's a boring night. It's almost like a Sunday night is what it feels like, right? Where the volume is just crazy down for Milady. There's not a lot of price action going on. Most likely tomorrow, all the markets are going to be opening back up, and I think we're going to have a solid week ahead of us, not only for Milady, but I think for the whole crypto market. So that's pretty much what I wanted to just bring up as far as for Milady for right now. Just catching up on the chat. It looks like everybody's just pretty much saying hello to everybody, and everybody's just saying Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. Troy with the lady to the moon. MC, it says it looks like it's a head and shoulder pattern. Let's check that out. I'm glad you pointed that out. So I guess, are you saying that this right here would be a head and shoulders? So let me see here. Who said? MC is saying that we might be seeing some kind of a head and shoulders where you'll see the shoulder, the head, and the left head, and then the right shoulder forming right here, right? Which I do see. And like I said, I really don't think that we're going to be moving up as of right now. I think probably, especially if this head and shoulder plays out, we're probably going to be finding ourselves kind of in between this 20-day moving average and this 100-day, where we're going to keep kind of bouncing off this 100-day and chopping in between this channel right here is what I think is going to happen. I think tomorrow is most likely going to be a day where we're going to see some kind of a breakout where it could easily go either way, right? As far as us holding this 100-day, if we can at least hold this 100-day, I would almost bet that we're probably going to see somewhat of a upward movement. I don't think it's going to be explosive unless like the whole crypto market really has a solid day tomorrow. But other than that, I think really breaking this 20-day moving average isn't hard whatsoever. This 20-day moving average, you can see it swings so much, so fast that tomorrow, this 20-day moving average is going to get so fine and so close to this 100-day that we'll most likely break the 20-day as well, and we'll form it as some support, which won't be a crazy bullish move. Really, right now, what's holding us down is getting past this 200-day SMA. You guys can see that is one thing that's really what kind of brought us down as of yesterday. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is that when you saw Milady have these dramatic moves down, Bitcoin did the same thing. Bitcoin literally did the same thing where it had a dramatic move down. And I'll bring up Bitcoin's chart right now. This was last night. Remember, Milady, this was occurring yesterday right after the stream. We saw this dramatic move for Bitcoin. And look what happened. It basically the same thing. This isn't coincidence that all these moving averages kind of converged together, and you can see we were basically just hitting our head on all the moving averages besides the 200-day SMA right here, right? Which it bounced and it dropped, and then we found the 200-day SMA as support, and this is obviously for Bitcoin. But what I'm pointing out is when we saw this dramatic move and break out of this this bull flag, Bitcoin pretty much dictated the whole market. There was a crazy big red candle that formed. So I don't think that this was particularly a Milady kind of thing. I think last night or later last night, the market kind of just had a real big sell-off, and it kind of brought a lot of the altcoins. Now, you can say, well, why didn't Solana kind of do that? And I keep bringing Solana because Solana right now is probably one of the bullish projects that are in crypto right now. I mean, Solana's been going nuts, So right now, Solana's running on a lot of hype. A lot of people are saying that it's going to be coming after Ethereum, which I really don't believe is going to happen this bull run. But I do think it's going to have a massive continuing run as we get into this bull market for 2024. I think Solana is probably going to be reaching some new all-time highs for sure, and it's going to continue that momentum. But right now for like Milady, since we've had this downward movement, we did find some solid support, and we were finally making our way this nice bounce, but Bitcoin kind of just took the market down with it. Now, a couple key things that I keep wanting to just make sure is that we did bounce off of a solid moving average, right? We did bounce off of it. It's not like we crashed all the way down and even went back into this channel that we were previously in. You could even say that we bounced on top of the channel, right? Which is definitely bullish, and that's why we had a nice move up, but it was very small and short-lived, because we met right back up with this moving average that kind of pushed us back, that pushed us down originally. So what I'm getting to is we're going to need to continue to kind of just battle these moving averages. Hopefully we'll break this 20-day moving average, which I think is going to happen most likely tomorrow. We'll end up having a nice little move. We'll be above the 20-day, and that's when we're going to really start focusing on, some of these other moving averages. But for right now, let's say I'm going to play out a scenario where we continue to kind of bounce off this 200-day moving average for tonight. I'm looking to possibly buy in. I'm going to wait till we get closer towards this 100-day moving average. I keep wanting to call it a 200, but this 100-day moving average. I'm going to wait till we get a little closer. Excuse me, hold on one second. Excuse me. Had a nice little sneeze. Forgive me. So I'm going to wait till we kind of get towards this, closer towards this 100-day moving average. And I want to see, because I want to see us retest this line, right? If we break this, I'm going to start buying. I'm going to start adding to my bag, right? If we kind of do another bounce, I'm going to hold off and just wait, because I think I want to see this play out. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow if we break this 20-day moving average and we kind of get back up towards where we're going to be retesting these the 50-day and the 200-day, which I feel like is a little bit more of a bullish move, I would say. If we can break, obviously the 50-day, you guys saw last time we broke the 50-day, which was 2 days ago, we shot up 37%. If we can break that 50-day again and then break the 200-day, that's going to be a catalyst for us to definitely start moving up. And I think we're going to see all that. Watch as the whole market kind of starts moving and we start having it like maybe this week we have a solid week. Remember, we've been kind of on the heels of just a very low volume for Bitcoin, for crypto, really, and not much has been going on. We have been just chopping, right? This channel still is in play as far as this bull flag, because if you can see, we did have this dramatic move, but we bounced right back into this channel, So this bull flag can easily play out, and if it does, I'm seeing Bitcoin jumping up towards 44.8, maybe around 45,000, which would bring the rest of the market up with it. So we'll see how that goes. Now, just catching up on the chat here. Let's see. So everybody's still saying hello. Mocha, how are you doing? Liam, Merry Christmas. Let's see here. So Tony, don't forget to like, guys. Yeah, please make sure you guys, real quick. Man, I feel like that eggnog really messed me up. I'm like, so I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't know what it is. The last 2 days I've been partying and eating so much and sipping that eggnog. I'm just like, I actually today, remember I told you guys I was going to really take a break from looking at the charts. That's another thing too, is like I just jumped on today, like right now. So I've been watching the charts here and there, but really I have not been monitoring them. Usually I monitor them all day, especially right before the live. So I'm already like ready to go. I know exactly what's going on. Like right now, I'm just really looking at the charts how you guys are. You know, I've been really with the family, with my girls and stuff like that, just taking it easy. So I hope you guys too. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I really do. You guys need a nice time to just, relax with the family and stuff like that, because this week's going to be a big week. And obviously this year, guys, you guys understand we're less than a week away from 2024. Do you understand that? If things play out the way they are looking, as far as the ETF being approved at the beginning of January, the halving, the interest rate hikes, interest rate cuts, not hikes, but cuts, and then maybe a few other things that could just be thrown on to the crypto, we have a big year ahead of us. We really do. And we're going to be like sitting here just drilling ourselves in these charts, right? So sometimes you got to take a little break and just kind of just relax and let your mind just kind of just clear itself up. So let's see here. Cooper Finance. What is that? Cooper Finance. We'll check it out in a little while. Corgi AI has been on a heck of a run too. See him. Yeah, we've been monitoring. We've definitely been keeping an eye on Corgi. Corgi's been I can't even say a run. Corgi has been melting faces out there. Like you can see, this is just insane. What is that, a red candle? Holy crap. See that red candle that formed? I wouldn't doubt if that was last night. It was last night. You saw a lot of these altcoins. See? Ladies had a drop. Bitcoin had a massive drop. And you can see even Corgi, that's been on a crazy hype, had a massive drop last night. But Corgi's got a lot of hype behind it. So you can see it quickly corrected itself and it's just continuing to move. It's not up to its all-time high yet again, but it will be, it looks like. But Corgi's one of those projects that it's like if you bought in at a right time and you're holding, it's like how high can this thing really go? It's just nuts. It's up like 3,000% in the last month. So that's crazy. So CM was saying, I'm hoping that BTC gets up to about 46,000. It's not about hope, man. This thing 100% is going to get to 46,000. It's just when is it going to happen? And I think, as like I keep saying, we're getting into this like this week. I think is going to be a big week because we're going to be in between two holidays, right? We're in between two holidays, but we have January coming up right around the corner, and that's where a lot of people are trying to get in because they obviously are the hype's building as far as the ETFs being approved. It's a deadline between the 5th and the 10th of January as far as the Bitcoin ETFs to be approved or declined, obviously, right? So if they definitely get approved, like just be ready because the crypto market's going to start flying up. And I can only imagine some of these projects that are like Corgi, Solana, there's a couple other big projects that are have been rallying crazy. Imagine if Bitcoin starts jumping up towards $50,000. what these altcoins that are already, you know, making these highs, what they're going to be doing. You know, they're going to be just going crazy. And you know what? You can even think Milady the same way, because think about this. Milady had this massive run, right? We didn't go back down to these lows that we were at. Milady made this massive run and it dropped down maybe 60%, you know, and you can see just as of like 2 days ago, we had a nice 40% bounce, right? This thing is just setting up. To me, and I keep saying it, we're just getting an opportunity to continue to buy in at a good price, you know, before we really get to prices where just 1 billion Milady is going to be, you know, hundreds of dollars. Right now, I don't know about right this second, but when we were in this channel, I was accumulating and I was buying a billion here, but a billion there, and it was like $90, right? So it was still under $100. It's gonna be getting up there, mark my word, where a billion Milady is gonna be $200, $300, $400, $500 for just one, you know, 1 billion Milady. So some of these people that are holding on to, you know, 50, 100 billion, you know, they're gonna have some nice portfolios, and that actually leads me to something real quick. Rawls, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for the two is that euros, right? €2. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And I hope you had a great holiday, whatever you're celebrating. If there's any projects that you want us to take a look at, we'll definitely take some time and we'll look at whatever you would like. So let me know, brother. But again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that support in the channel. So real quick, I wanted to look at, I believe it was, let me see if it was Gate.io. So couple things here that we always check out. So for Gate.io, they're the number one right now. They're number one as far as the volume for Milady, right? They're at about 24%. So we can kind of dictate what the actual whole market's doing as far as buys and sells, and you can see everything is still looking great. We're still at about 57% buys versus about 43% sells. So we still have more people buying in, making buys versus sells. Now, that's not giving us, as far as some of the sells could be a lot bigger than the buys, right? But we're looking at percent-wise, as far as buys to sells, we're still leading the sellers. The buyers are still in control. So everything still looks great as far as bullish for Milady on that spectrum. Now, looking down, remember we always check out as far as the wallets for the whales. As of, let's see here, it's always so hard to get on there. So as of 3 days ago, we are up as far as whale wallets holding up over $100,000 in Milady. It has gone up a few wallets. So we do have a few extra wallets that have jumped in with over $100,000 holdings. Now they could have 100,000. They could even have $1 million. You know, it can be anything in those that range, but they definitely have over $100,000 in their wallets, so they're considered whale wallets. And you can see the whales are still accumulating as of the 22nd, I believe, if it'll go on there. Actually, the 23rd, it's gone down a little bit. So the whales, on the 22nd, the whales had 662 trillion. It looks like they have 661.3. So it hasn't gone down like a massive amount, but you can see the whales still are holding an enormous chunk of what's in circulation right now. So, you know, as far as whales holding on, they're still holding on. They have not really been selling as far as going through these big swings that we've been seeing for Milady. So everything still looks great on that aspect as well. Now, there was something that I wanted to look at. Let me see if it, I forgot what I clicked into a little earlier. Oh, here it is. No, that's what we saw earlier. I was able to go into the wallets, and I was able to see what exactly, let me see here. I was able to go into the wallets and see exactly the exchanges, how much they actually are holding. It was pretty cool. So like for right here, this is Bybit. Let's look and see what Bybit's holding on to as far as Milady. You can go down here and see they have Shiba. They hold $16 million worth of Shiba. Let's see exactly what they're holding for. There it is, ladies. So they hold, Bybit holds 10 million just in this one wallet. Just in this one wallet right here, ladies, they hold $10.5 million of Milady with a balance of 118 trillion Miladies that they're holding. That's a massive amount. Think about it. Our market cap right now is only at around, I believe, 59. Let me see here. I believe we're at about $59 million if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm sorry, 65 million. They hold 10.5. So they're holding roughly around 6% of all holdings. That's just for Bybit right now. Imagine KuCoin. You know, KuCoin's another big exchange that's been holding on to Milady. But particularly, we've been getting word that Bybit's been continuously buying in on Milady. They keep adding to their wallet, and that's proving right there. They hold over $10 million of Milady alone. Now, there's been a lot of speculation on if Binance is going to be actually offering Milady on their exchange, and there hasn't been any confirmation, but the word's out there, and that's usually how it starts, right? You start hearing the word out there, people are talking, and then usually you'll hear or you'll see it just get dropped onto their exchange. I think what we're gonna see as far as for Milady getting added to Binance, we're most likely gonna see somewhat of a big buy-in. We're gonna see somewhat of a big buy-in. That could have been what we saw yesterday, something like an exchange buying in a big massive amount. Something like that, kind of getting ready for them to be able to offer to their users. That's just speculation, but usually that's what you're going to see, because something like Binance, they're not going to just buy in small little increments. They're going to buy in a pretty solid buy, you know, and just like Bybit, they're going to hold probably around $10 or $20 million worth of Milady alone. So if they're able to make that purchase, imagine we're probably going to jump up as far as market cap and have a nice big move towards the upside as well. So something like that. And then imagine if Coinbase follows suit as well, where Coinbase starts, buying in. So let's see here. So Tom was saying, I wish I had been following the market for 6 months ago. I have a crazy Milady bag, but oh well. I have just under 5 billion. Hey, that's not only, bro. That's still a nice bag, right? And imagine if, imagine when Milady gets up towards, those, like we've been predicting. I'm still sitting on my prediction as far as Milady getting towards anywhere from $2 to $8 billion. So imagine that $5 billion that you're holding is going to be a nice chunk of money, honestly, because if we can get up to around $2 to $8 billion, you're probably looking at somewhere around a 50x, if not more. So I know $5 billion is probably what, like $400, $500 right now. I don't know exactly, but I'm sure it's, even if it's like $500, a 50x on $500 is going to be a nice chunk, right? And you just had the baby and everything, bro. So let's see here. So Soul was saying, what if BTC goes up to 47,000? Well, we already know how it goes, man. You know, and it's not about what if. We're listen, guys. $50,000 is right on the horizon. $50,000 is right on the horizon, right? We're gonna get there. We're gonna get back up to 50 grand. It's not about if, it's when, right? We have such big things stacking for Bitcoin in the crypto market coming up in these next few months that I wouldn't be surprised if we see 50,000 coming up here soon, right? Now, what if Bitcoin gets to 50,000? What is that going to be for Milady, right? Well, I will tell you from the previous bull market, a lot of times you'll see a lot of projects kind of just going in parallel with Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin will start shooting up, a lot of projects will shoot up. But what I remember is the meme coins didn't go necessarily parallel with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was making new highs. Dogecoin, Shiba wasn't necessarily doing that yet. You had a lot of other projects like Ethereum and a couple other, I'm trying to remember the big players at that time, but you had projects like Ethereum and a couple other major altcoins that were going parallel, but the meme coins weren't really going crazy yet, right? A lot of people were putting their money into Ethereum. They were buying into Bitcoin because Bitcoin was moving massively. A couple other projects. The meme coins weren't really doing much until maybe a few weeks after Bitcoin found that solid support above 50,000. Bitcoin was getting towards 55,000. All the altcoins started going crazy. Dogecoin, Shiba was a little bit after, but I'm saying like any project that was kind of sitting dormant just woke up, went alive, and now you're just seeing those projects that were like sitting at $20 million. These small little projects were all over $100 million easily, and that's what's going to happen. We call it altcoin season. It's like Bitcoin goes on some solid rallies, gets to a certain price level where it's just like everybody's like, all right, yep, we're in a full blown bull market, right? And it's just like now people are like, what else can I buy into that has, potential to 50x or 10x, and they'll start looking for these other projects. And I'm telling you, we always say this. Remember what Milady offers. A fraction of a market cap. It's already on a lot of big exchanges. Hopefully by this time that we're talking, and Bitcoin gets to 50,000, we're on Binance already, right? Who knows? Maybe we're on Coinbase as well. These are the things that I'm telling you that you look for a lot of these projects, like these meme coins, where the only other thing that they're lacking that they need is the hype. And that'll come in. What I normally will do is I usually just like we've been mapping Milady out for the last 7 months. We kind of were buying in when no one really wanted Milady. And that's what you have to do. You have to find these projects, that have these little characteristics that have the potential to blow up, but they haven't yet. And you want to get in when it's good. We saw early indications what this thing can do, as far as just going up. This thing shot up 250% out of nowhere on a nice massive run. We obviously found a spot where we hit our head and we needed to cool down, which it happens to all projects. It's going to happen to Solana. I don't think it's going to stop Solana, but it's going to eventually hit a spot where it's going to hit its head and it's going to have some nice 40% retracements. Doesn't mean that it's going to be going back down. It just needs that kind of stuff for it to recharge, and people will take profits, but it will bring even more buyers in, right? And that's what's going to happen for Milady. We just haven't hit that spot yet where, the meme coins are going to just, start melting faces. We've seen a little bit as of 2 weeks ago. We saw, a lot of the meme coins really coming out, and everybody was talking about Bunk, Milady, Sneak. There was actually a meme coin called Meme Coin that came out. Pepe was doing pretty good. You had a lot, but it wasn't anything like there was. Some of them did go crazy, right? Some of them did jump up hundreds of and thousands of percent, but a lot of them since then have been retracing, right? A lot of them have been retracing, and I think we just kind of got a little preview of what's going to happen in this next solid bull run, right? You can see Bunk. Look at this massive run. And since then, it really hasn't done too much. It's had these little spurts where it wants to kind of break out, but it hasn't. And you can look at all these moving averages. Look at this is the dreaded moving average that's been holding us down too. It's sitting under, Bunk's price action is sitting under that moving average. All the other moving averages, we're kind of zooming in here. It's kind of just going parallel, It's really just, that's pretty much indications that it's just right now it's in a consolidation zone where it's really not going to have explosive moves. It's probably charging up for it to go on another run. And that's pretty much what's going on for Milady. It's really just nothing crazy. We saw another explosion move. This was a solid move. This like 40% move was solid. It really was. And if you can see, we really didn't break back down towards this channel. It wasn't like one of these gigapumps and then we went right back down to our price action that we were sitting prior. We jumped up and we kind of found support above this channel, and went on another bounce, and we're kind of sitting higher than we were. And I'm telling you, I think this week's going to be a pivotal spot. We're going to have to see how it goes, but I think this week's going to be one of those weeks where we're going to see some big price action, not only for Milady, but for crypto as a whole. I really do think that Bitcoin is going to have some kind of a breakout this week coming up. Now, real quick, looking at Bitcoin, like we were saying earlier, You know, you can see the moving average that's been holding us down is going to be that 200-day SMA, right? It's actually been riding above it for Bitcoin. Everything looks great as far as the moving averages for Bitcoin. Like, it looks like it's just kind of bidding in this channel. It's just kind of just fueling up, and there's going to be a massive run coming up here soon. And I mean, it's almost like it's guaranteed, just because of the fact that even if this ETF doesn't get approved, for the next week or two, no one knows what's going to happen. The hype has been building and building and building, and people are just talking about it so much that I'm just telling you, it's most likely going to be bringing a lot of price action into Bitcoin particularly. So is it going to be short-lived? Well, if we get into the second week of January and there's not good news as far as the ETF being approved, I think there's going to be somewhat of a sell-off, but I don't think it's going to be anything like crash-worthy where we're going to be dropping down to 40,000. We could. We've bounced down to 40,000 a couple times in the last few weeks. It's been short-lived. We'll bounce down to 40,500, and then we'll easily just kind of retrace back up towards like 42,000, and sit there as some support. So, this today kind of just feels like a Sunday. It feels like a Sunday where there's just not a lot going on. And obviously it's because today's a major holiday, the markets are closed, even crypto doesn't sleep, right? But, just like I was saying, I didn't really check the charts today. I purposely was kind of staying away from the charts. I haven't added anything to my bag whatsoever, anything like that. So it's been just a real chill day and I think that's across the board for everybody. Now, come tomorrow, I think we're going to have some big moves coming. So let's see here. Yeah, MC Etherscan. Yep, I know. Yeah, that's definitely to monitor those wallets, those whale wallets and stuff like that for sure. So Krager was saying, let's get this into the is that 4 zeros? Let's see here. I think that's 3 zeros. That would be a pivotal that would be a massive move, and I think that's coming. I mean, I don't know about that particularly as far as that many zeros, but I think we have something like that coming, right? Remember I was saying a couple streams, probably like a week or two ago, don't just focus on the price, the actual price. Look at the market cap. The market cap's really a big way to like monitor. Where we're at right now is so small. Hold on, I have a sneeze coming. Oh man, I hope I'm not getting sick. But the market cap particularly, because we have so many zeros, right? We have 6 zeros in front of us. Saying 3 zeros, saying 4 zeros, it's like all gibberish kind of, because there's just so many zeros. But I understand what he's saying. He's saying let's pull Shiba, exactly. And I always refer back to the market cap because it's a little bit easier to kind of calculate. Now, like I keep saying, Shiba, if we can pull a Shiba, that would be a $40 billion market cap. So you're looking at an easily 100x from where we're at right now. I don't know what that would be as far as zeros, where we would be as far as zeros, but I know 100x on any of our portfolios right now would make us all a lot of money, right? That'd make us all a lot of money. So that's pretty much what it is as far as that. Instead of saying like 3 zeros, I'm sure you probably mapped it out because you can get a calculator easily and do 3 zeros and then put, whatever price you're looking for and then times it by how many coins you currently own, and it'll give you a hefty price, But, you got to be realistic. I think us going to 3 zeros would be something like 1,000x, if not more. It would probably be even more, which would make the market cap for Milady up towards like the hundreds of billions of dollars, which, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying you want to kind of just be realistic and kind of have goals that are a little bit, conservative, so you can plan accordingly. Now, if it does do something crazy like that, which I said anything's possible with crypto, right? But if it does do something like that, well, then we're even happier, right? We're even happier because it beat your expectations. So, and Andrew was saying we need more awareness around Milady. Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I've been saying, Andrew, is for right now, with Milady, we're as investors, we're in decent spots right now where we can continue to consolidate and add to our bags, because whenever the volume really starts moving, the hype gets behind Milady. See, we just saw a small little hit of that as we were moving up, right? But as we go for another second run and we break through these little local highs, and like I said, Milady starts really getting up there in the market cap, 500 million, 600 million. That's when the hype's going to be coming in. That's when the awareness, because really, what brings attention to a project? It's usually when it's moving like crazy, right? It's usually when it's moving like crazy, massive gains. That's when it's all over, people are talking about it. It's all over the chats and all over the Facebook pages and, stuff like that. And it's also whenever you get on your Coinbase or your crypto.com or whatever the case is, and you see the top movers, you see these projects, right? That brings that also brings a lot of awareness. A lot of people will see these projects and they're like, they forget about, projects because they're not invested in it or they're not interested. A lot of people are just looking for those quick moves, they want that, those projects that are in the limelight, right? And that's what I think is the bad thing for a lot of investors, because everybody wants to buy in on projects that are already moving. I always try to say, you want to look for those projects that are not moving. You want to get into those projects that no one's even talking about, because then that's when you look back whenever you see a project and you're like, it's up 300%. You're like, why didn't I see this project when it was, down for 6 months at this price level? That was like a fraction of where it's at right now. And that's what I'm saying is, like, for Milady, we're pretty much in that stage where we saw this massive explosion, but it really wasn't anything crazy to what's going to happen during the bull run. The bull run, we're going to be going back to these charts and we're going to be looking at this. We're going to be looking down. Like, remember this move, and it's going to be all the way down here. I'm going to have to keep scrolling down. I'm going to be like, see, remember this move right here? This was when, this was at the end of 2023, and we're going to have a bunch of new investors coming in, asking us questions and stuff like that. By that time, we're going to be like, bro, we've been here for a solid year just accumulating, right? So, but I definitely agree. We need hype, we need awareness, and we need the volume to go up. The money, as far as coming into Milady, those are the three things that we need. Obviously, any project needs to really start shooting up, and it will come. It will come. So, other than that, you guys have any projects or anything like that you guys want to look at? I know it's a pretty chill stream, pretty chill night. Everybody's been with their families and stuff like that. I'm sure everybody's still celebrating. It's 8:50 Eastern Standard Time. I know over in California, it's only 5 o'clock, so I'm sure people are eating dinner and stuff like that. Let's look at Solana. Let's see what Solana's been doing today. I know it did come off of a new high. So you guys see how the moving averages are all under the price action, right? They're all under the 20-day. The 20-day right here. This is always going to be kind of right where the price action is, because it's only a 20-day moving average, right? So it's usually right there where the price is at. But as you can see, you got the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200-day. Everything is just running parallel under the price action, where you can see the price. It's not even near where the price is right now. This thing looks so bullish. It looks so bullish, but it wasn't always like that, right? You can see this thing wasn't always like that. It got like this recently, where it just kind of had this explosion move, and this is what you want to see on a chart. You want to see all these moving averages kind of just parallel, but under where the price action is. And that right there, just pointing to the sky, just tells you that this project is just bullish, very, very, very bullish. There's a massive amount of money just coming in, and majority of it is buys, right? They're coming off of a local high right here of $126. Just remember, a month ago they were sitting at around $40, and 3 months ago they were sitting at $20. So imagine. A lot of people are they're definitely in the green on Solana. Definitely in the green. I honestly think this is where, when you look at the volume as far as the 24-hour for the whole crypto, majority of that money is coming in from Solana. I guarantee it. We'll actually look and see how much money's been flowing into Solana for the 24-hour period. And you can see let's see here. Yeah, $5 billion, almost $6 billion for the 24-hour period. And that's 10% of the volume. That's 10% of the volume for the whole crypto market. So 10% of the money out of all the projects, there's like 25,000 projects in crypto, right? 25,000 projects, probably more. But like active, actually trading, projects, 10% of it's going into Solana. Just let that sink in. Like how much money's flowing into Solana. It's insane. It really is. Check a couple projects out. Let's see here. ICP. You guys know I did sell my ICP. It's been kind of stagnant. I think ICP is going to definitely go on another run here soon, though. It did form this solid bull flag, and it kind of played out. You saw this crazy spike out right here, back up to $11, but since then it's kind of, just been sitting on a stagnant move. And that's what I'm saying. I don't worry about Milady. I'm telling you, I'm not worried about Milady. I've actually been very happy that we are getting second chances to buy in on some of these price actions that we're in, because you can see it's not just Milady. It's a lot of these projects are kind of all doing the same thing, where they've made these local highs and they're kind of in a cool off period. Solana's a whole nother, realm. So don't think about Solana as far as like comparing it to any of our projects. Darn it. There it is. Move my fib retracement. I hate when I do that. Let's see here. So tomorrow, let's just take in real quick. So I'm going to let you guys go here. So just take it in. Tomorrow, I think we're going to have a nice move. I think, it could go either way, but I think we're going to have a nice move. As long as we stay above this 50-day moving average right here. Oh, I'm sorry, this 100-day moving average. As long as we stay above this 100-day moving average, we're still bullish. We're very, very bullish, and we're going to continue to slowly move up, right? I want to see us maybe retest this 100-day again. I'm obviously going to be buying in if we touch it, and that's around the 86. As long as we touch that, again, I'm probably going to be adding to my bag, and then we obviously want to see a nice bounce. The 20-day moving average right here, don't even really worry about it. You can see we've been hitting our head above it, but we will break above that. That's going to be nothing. Our next real big moves is going to be the 50 and the 200-day. You guys remember the 50 was over here, and that's what we broke. We broke the 50. We got about 3 to 4 solid candles above the 50 where we bounced exactly off of it. That was confirmation for us to really move up. So we definitely want to see that happen again. And then remember, we were down here. This was down in this channel around the 7-8. We're basically at the 8-9, around that 9 mark, right? So if we can get a bounce at where we're at right here, we're probably going to be seeing some new, not local highs, but some higher highs than we did see just recently at the 10-9 or 11. We're probably going to be bouncing back up towards these fib retracement lines right here, most likely around this 12 or 13 mark is what I'm going to see. But we'll have to see how it goes. We'll look at all the moving averages and stuff like that. But other than that, everything's looking good. Let's see what this week brings us. I hope everybody had a great holiday. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Get some rest because we got a big week coming up, guys. We got a very big week coming up, and we're going to be here every night mapping it out. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, and if you're not, make sure you hit that subscribe because things are going to be moving fast. You don't want to miss a beat, right? Other than that, guys, I thank you guys so much for everything, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night tonight.